Hello, my name is Dr. K, and my highest excitement is providing you with the tools, the strategies, and the technologies to help you evolve rapidly as conscious leaders in body, mind, and spirit so we can be the change that we've been waiting for. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone you love, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, this is Dr. Kirkendall, and so now we're actually going to get into some of the different tools that we need to take on the journey. And we talked a little bit about the compass, which is your intuition, your inner knowing. We talked a little bit about making the commitment, really owning whatever shows up in your life. But okay, so now we've made the commitment. We know a little bit about there's this inner guidance system. And to be honest, there's anything that you don't already know. That I've shared with you. We're just bringing it into your awareness for the purpose of, now we're talking about being on the journey. And the journey is your life. And this journey will take you wherever you want it to take you. Some people believe it's preset and it's a destiny. Some people believe that you just create it as you go. There's so many different ways, and that's what's beautiful about this. It doesn't really matter what your belief system is, but I know that if you take 3 tools on this journey, if you were to go on the journey of life and you say, okay, Dr. K, what do you find is the most powerful 3 tools that I can utilize in my life to give me more peace, to give me faster results, to have just really something easy that's powerful? So those 3 things is all encapsulated in what I call the toolkit. And this is what you wear on your belt, right? And the toolkit is 3, and we'll break it into different videos. But the first one is meditation. And meditation is basically sitting and getting quiet, just like we've heard. But I'm going to get into a little bit of the fundamentals of how it's a little bit different. And you can also continue to do the type of meditation that you love. But I encourage you to try this version. The second one is going to be what I call the emotional clearing technique. And this is a way of actually looking at different programs that are running in the software that is your computer system, your body. If it's the hardware, then the software are the thoughts, that some people believe that algebra is hard. Other people are like, I love algebra. Some people believe that dating and going out and meeting new people is difficult. Other people are really afraid in the corner and, terrified to interact with the world. And regardless of what they actually are, thoughts, feelings, emotions, these are programs. That's the way I like to look at them, and it's actually really nice because it makes it really simple, and it takes the story out of whatever we've been told that it is, which is essentially kind of like another program, and helps you get power. And then the third one is love push-ups. And love push-ups is really fun. It's really easy, and it's actually learning to fall in love with yourself, and not from an ego type sense way, but actually from a way where you're really just in love with yourself, you're in love with life, so you can really connect again. So to reiterate, we've got the love push-ups, which is number 3. We've got the emotional clearing technique, which is number 2. And number 1 is meditation. So let's begin with meditation. So in this form of meditation, it's very simple. There's all types. There's transcendental meditation. There's meditations you may learn at different monasteries. There's mantras, thousands and thousands of years old, many different ideas of what a meditation actually should be or what it should look like, all the research on how to quiet the mind. And all of it's good. All of that's wonderful. What it is for this type of a meditation is really very loose. It's very simple. Don't get out your pen. Don't get out your paper. What I want you to do when you do this type of meditation is I want you to sit on your couch, and better yet in nature, be in the trees, be by a beach, be somewhere that really inspires you is the best always, but a lot of times we can't do that. So be somewhere quiet, and I want you just to get quiet, and I want you to still your mind, and I want you just to feel into your body. And I want you to feel whatever shows up and observe it. Now, you may say, oh man, I've got the laundry and that I've got to do, and I've got to cook dinner, and I've got to pick up the kids, and I've got, these tests that I have to ace, and your mind is going to go crazy. especially in the beginning. And a lot of people say, oh man, when I start to meditate, I actually fall asleep. So that's why it's best to do it sitting up. But that falling asleep at first may be something that you have to go through. This isn't for everybody that has that falling asleep experience, but the falling asleep a lot of times is if you get quiet a little bit, your body is just like, man, I'm exhausted. Matter of fact, like a computer, it just shuts down. It's like, we've got to shut down. We've had way too much running and it's eating up all the RAM, and so it literally will get quiet and just, and then your power off and you wake up, you're like, whoa. If that happens, don't worry about it. Continue to do this. Remember, you're the one in control of all of this. So take it easy and go and make it fun, but get quiet, close your eyes, and I really want you to feel, okay, my mind is going insane. It's screaming, do this thing, and you gotta get ready. I don't have time for this. I want you to really observe that space and really allow yourself to fully feel it, fully experience it, fully let it scream at you, let your ego run wild, let it be there. Because I always said to patients in the office is that you've got to feel it to heal it. There's really no way around it. And so doing this, it's so important to make a commitment to take time to do this. Now, and a little bit on the third step, right? The first one's meditation. The second one is actually the emotional clearing technique, and then the third is love push-ups. Each one of these tools along the path of your life, whether it's your boss or some bad information you found out about a family member or a really tough decision you have to make, it's gonna make this whole journey easier. I assure you, I've seen it work with thousands, and I can tell you it's really something to hold closely to your heart. And the beauty of this is it's free. It's just inside of you. You have this all the time, all the while available to you. But the sad thing is most people simply don't use it because it is so simple. I never used it because it was so simple. And I was like, okay, I've got to add more stuff into my day. I can't just be silent and take away and just listen in. But listening, you'll actually start to really know where your consciousness is going. Is like, whoa, it is really busy, or whoa, it's like a lot of times like deep sadness will show up for people. And just what I want you to do is I want you to really feel the sadness. Deep anger. I want you to really feel the anger. Resentment will show up. Fear, anxiety. And I want you to allow these feelings and emotions to actually intensify if that's comfortable enough. You don't want to bring yourself into a full-blown depression or full-blown panic attack, but allow yourself to really immerse yourself in it as, what is this thing? What is this feeling? And in later videos, we'll talk about how you can ask it questions like, is this mine? And why is it feeling, why is this, my ego feeling this way, and all of that. But for now, what I want us to really simply get is to just observe and watch. And as you observe and watch, the resistance to doing the thing you need to do, like I'm just sitting and allowing myself to feel the fear of doing the thing I need to do, but I'm really anxious about not doing it. So I'm really feeling the anxiousness by not doing it. If you allow yourself to actually go there, if you'll trust yourself to just go there a little bit, it'll start to fall off. There'll be less resistance. You'll be like, whoa, I'm really anxious. Wow, I am really resentful. Wow, I've got a lot of fear. I've got a lot of doubt. I've got a lot of pain in my life. And you just allow yourself to feel it, and it will fall off. If you allow it, your consciousness, which is your emotional states, will show you everything. It's there speaking and teaching. But you know what's crazy? Is that in all the years of school and $300,000 in school, going through all the medical and natural medical and all the training, is I never learned any of this, which is the simple act of listening to the body, listening to your own self, your own being. And now you can quiet the mind, and that's powerful and awesome. And if you do that, and I still do that, if you have a process that you like transcendental meditation where you're repeating a mantra or other types of things, stick to it. But what I would encourage you is to really spend, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour listening and letting it fall off, listening and letting it fall off. It will literally start to let go. And things are going to get a lot easier and a lot lighter. So step one is going into meditation, getting quiet, feeling what you need to feel. And if you start having doubt of, I don't think this will fall off, really feel like, I don't think this is going to fall off. I don't think this is possible. My dad told me, his dad had depression and he had depression, and so I have depression, so feeling sad is going to make it worse. Like, that's also a program. It's also an awareness. Now, there's also the physical body, right? If you have a doctor that's got you on a medication, or if you have a doctor that's having you take natural supplements, or a coach or somebody you're working with, continue to do what they're telling you. Because chances are I've never personally met you. You do need to support this physical vessel that we're in. And to allow yourself to really go where we've been resisting our whole life going will allow you to get to the other side with so much ease and so much more grace. Because I'll tell you, I didn't do that. I was resisting feeling severe anxiety, feeling severe fatigue. I was terrified of it. So I was resisting. And in the resistance, I was scared to feel it. So now I have resistance to the feeling. So I have fear. I don't want it. And then it's like this terror, right? And my whole body is walking around clenched. You meet people and they're just, tensed out of their mind. If they would just allow themselves to sit with it. But guess what? Nobody's ever told them. Because the media and the advertising companies, as long as they can keep us buying stuff and in fear of, when I have this great looking ass, I'm going to be able to fit into these jeans and I'm going to feel good. Or when I get these shoes or this convertible, or when I get that job, or I'll tell you, I went all the way to the top and was working with patients and as the doctor, and that it just wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't what my mind thought it was. It's an illusion. So in this, you get to really observe what's going on internally. And there's no pill, there's no doctor, there's no counselor, there's nobody there that will ever help you do this better than you can do it when it comes to just listening to the base state of what is going on inside. We have to take a look first, right? So today, step one is meditation. So what I want you to do is I want you to commit. I want you to, as the exercise, I want you to pull out your calendar here in a minute, and I want you to really look on your calendar. Where could I fit in 30 minutes? Where could I fit in an hour? And I'll tell you, I've been traveling now for a couple of years all over the world, and I've actually been doing this. And I had a unique experience because of the decisions I made. I didn't have children or a lot going on, which was really good because I can bring this back to you. And yes, there's going to be the story of, I do have children. I do have this and that. I have all these things going on. Well, you can keep that story and keep running whatever thing that your unconscious is running in your program. I don't have time. The truth is everyone has the same amount of time. We just have to be aware of how we're choosing to spend it. Because to say that you don't have the time or the ability is really, it's like, they're like, I didn't get around to it. I got lazy, or I just, had other stuff happen. Well, laziness is really fearfulness. Because what that means is now you're convicted or convinced, or you've chosen to take action. And a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to the gym for the first day, or I'm going to sit and feel these emotions. What if it's scary? What if it's bad? That little thing is everything. What if it's bad? What if I don't have enough time? That is the biggest piece you need to sit with. And even if you had 30 minutes in the day to really sit with and feel like, what if I don't? And I don't know if this is going to work. I want you to really feel that stuff. Really, really feel this isn't going to work. And whatever that is for you, it will start to fall off. And whatever starts coming up, widen back and really observe it. Like, whoa, look at me over here and all of my stuff. Like, my mind is just going, like, what's going on here? This is a hard reset and look at what is going on in your heart, what's going on in your life. This is the real crux of it. The real crux of any deep work is it's really simple. It's really simple. It's just having some guy like me tap you on the shoulder and say, hey man, do this. Add this into your life. It's going to give you such blessing. So step one of the tool belt is meditation. And the meditation is a way of just observing, feeling, and letting it fall off. And let me assure you, each day you do this, you're actually going to feel lighter and lighter. You're going to feel more expansive. And then the next day, it's going to be something else. And the next day, it's going to be another thing. And let me tell you from the beginning, it never actually stops. Like, you're never going to get to, this is another really big program running in society that when I get to the levels of somebody like Jim Carrey, then it'll be easy. But let me tell you, Jim Carrey said, I wish everybody could be as rich and famous as me, so you could understand that this is not actually what brings you happiness. It's not the thing. And so he started getting into art and expressing himself in different ways. And I love Jim Carrey. He's literally like an amazing, conscious, doing the work actor. And there's many of us that are waking up to this because the idea that was sold to us, because we're all Jim Carreys, we're all just people, just like all these actors that society has made such a big deal. They're just people. They're just people doing their thing. And if you look at a lot of these actors, a lot of them commit suicide, get hooked on drugs, they're committing adultery and all these things. And the reason is because they're not happy. So somebody like Jim Carrey or Russell Brand, these types of people, and I'm just mentioning these because these are people that society knows, are saying this is not the thing, this is not the answer. So I want you to be aware that if you start to do this, you're going to start getting more and more awareness like they are. And you don't have to go all the way to the end of the mountain and all the way to the end of the trail like I did in the doctoring thing and thinking, oh, I got to keep going, I got to keep pushing and making it happen. And I finally started to get quiet and listen, and I was like, something came up. I started to fear and doubt and worry, and I don't have time for this stuff. And then it was like, I want to go and do something really fun. And then, oh, fear, this can't happen. I can't have fun. I can't just leave what I was doing before. And so I felt the fear and it started to fall off. And guess what? It's been 2 years and here I am and I'm doing what I love. This is fun for me to be down on the water. This is fun. And I get to share my gift, and this is what's possible for you in whatever you do. So I encourage you, start today, schedule it on your calendar. Pick at least 20 to 30 minutes. I really challenge you to go for an hour and sit and start to begin to feel this. Now, if you have a meditation practice, add that to it, whatever you want to do, but start this process and commit to it for the next month. Like, put it in the calendar right now, and I will talk to you in the next video. If this video was inspiring and empowering, make sure you share it with someone you love, like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss a single thing, and I will see you in the next video.